Hello everyone, today we're going to crochet this rose and lily bouquet. Let's start with the rose, which is made up of petals, calyx and stem. Grab the yellow yarn, leave a 4-inch tail, and tie a knot. Grab your 3mm crochet hook. Then place the yellow loop onto the hook, hold the yarn in your other hand, and pinch the knot. We're going to crochet 53 chain stitches. Let me show you how. Yarn over and pull through the loop. Here comes a V-stitch. This is our first chain stitch. Let's move on and complete the remaining 52 chain stitches. After finishing 53 chains, count from the bottom up to double check. Insert the hook back into the top half loop of the second to last stitch and make a single crochet stitch. This is the last stitch. This is the second to last stitch. Insert the hook into it and pull out the yarn, leaving 2 loops on the hook. Then, yarn over and pull through both loops at once. This forms a V-shaped stitch, which is your first single crochet stitch. Stretch out the loop and place a marker in the first V-stitch to mark the beginning of the round. Then continue to crochet 51 single crochet stitches into each upper half stitch on this side. We have completed all 52 single crochet stitches in the second round. Gently turn the piece over so the reverse side is facing us. Then we crochet 5 chains. We can clearly see there are 5 V-stitches. Now, we're going to crochet a double crochet in the last stitch. Yarn over, so there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Then insert the hook into the last stitch and hook out with yarn. There are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops, leaving 2 loops still on the crochet hook. Yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 loops at once, completing our first double crochet stitch. Now we skip 2 stitches and crochet a double crochet in the third stitch. We will skip these 2 stitches. Crochet a double crochet in the third stitch. Continue with 2 chain stitches. Then crochet a double crochet in the same stitch again. We skip 2 stitches and in the third stitch, crochet 1 double crochet, 2 chains, and another double crochet as a combination. Repeat this pattern to the end. Let me demonstrate again. Now we've reached the first stitch of the second row. Remove the marker and crochet the final group of double crochet, 2 chains, and another double crochet. We have finished all the stitches in the third row. Turn the piece over to start the fourth row. First, crochet 2 turning chains. In the fourth row, we crochet clusters into the upper holes, as you can see here. We are going to crochet 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 more double crochets into this hole. First double crochet. Second double crochet, followed by 2 chains. Then 2 more double crochet stitches in the same hole. Now that the first group of stitches is finished, we'll continue to fill the remaining upper holes with the same cluster of stitches. We have completed all the stitches in the 4th row. Turn over the piece and crochet 2 chains. For the 5th row, we are going to crochet 8 double crochet stitches in each of the upper holes. Let's look at it. They are the holes on the upper side. Let's start by crocheting 8 double crochets in the first hole. Now that the 8 double crochet stitches are complete, we'll hook a slip stitch into the big hole at the bottom place. Hook into this hole and pull through the hole, then pull the yarn directly through the loop on the hook. Gently adjust the size of the loop. 1 slip stitch is complete. Then continue to repeat the combination of 8 double crochets and 1 slip stitch until the end. We have arrived at the last hole, and we will crochet 10 double crochets in this hole. Stretch out the loop and cut off the yarn. With the front side of the petal facing outwards and the reverse side facing inwards, we start to slowly roll along the bottom edge to form a rose flower. Take the yarn needle and thread the yarn tail through the different layers of petals, securing the petals by sewing back and forth several times. Use the same method to hide the other yarn tail in the petal. Tie the 2 threads together in a knot to secure them. The flower part is finished. We proceed to crochet the calyx. Take out the olive green yarn and begin with a magic ring. Pinch the thread in your hand and wrap it around your fingers twice. Then pinch the loop and transfer it to your other hand. Take out the crochet hook and insert it into the large hole. Hook the thread out. Now, you should see a loop on the crochet hook. Then, yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. You'll see a V-shaped stitch forming. This is our first chain stitch. Then followed to crochet second chain. We move on to crochet a double crochet stitch into the big hole. Yarn over, then insert the hook into the big hole and pull through with the yarn. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops, leaving 2 loops still on the crochet hook. Yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 loops at once. 1 double crochet stitch is finished. Mark this stitch with a marker. Then we continue to crochet 19 double crochet stitches into this hole. Stretch out the loop and count from the beginning to the end to check for 20 double crochet stitches. Find the short tail of the yarn. Gently pull it to locate the moving thread. Then pull the moving thread in the opposite direction until the circle is completely closed. Pull the short tail of the yarn firmly to tighten the circle. Locate the first V-stitch we made at the beginning of this round. Insert your hook into this stitch and make a slip stitch to close the round. Follow by crocheting 10 chain stitches. Insert the hook back into the half of the second to last stitch and crochet a slip stitch. Then we crochet a single crochet at the next half stitch. A half double crochet at the next half stitch. Yarn over, then insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over again and pull up a loop, leaving 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over once more and pull through all 3 loops on your hook at once. This completes your first half double crochet stitch. Then continue with 2 half double crochets. After completing 3 half double crochets, we proceed to crochet 3 double crochet stitches. In the last stitch, we make a treble crochet stitch. Yarn over twice, so there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Then insert the hook into the stitch and pull up a loop with yarn. There are 4 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops, leaving 3 loops still on the crochet hook. Yarn over again and pull through 2 loops again, leaving 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 loops at once, completing 1 treble crochet stitch. Now we skip 2 stitches and crochet into the 4th stitch with a slip stitch to fix this sepal. Insert hook in the 4th stitch and make a slip stitch. Continue to make another slip stitch at the 5th stitch. We repeated the previous combination 4 times to make 5 sepals. Here we come to the last treble crochet stitch. Then skip 2 stitches and make a slip stitch. At last, crochet into the last stitch of previous round to make a slip stitch. Cut off the yarn, leaving a 4-inch thread tail. We'll thread the yarn tails to the back side using a yarn needle. Now let's assemble and attach the calyx to the flower. Align the center section and then thread the yarn tail of the flower through the middle of the calyx. Take out the green wire and thread it through the calyx up to the center of the flower. Then tie knots to secure the green wire and wrap the green yarn around it 3 to 4 times. Introduce a new green thread and tie a single knot at one end. Place all yarn tails facing upwards at the wire location and slowly wrap around to encase the entire green stalk. Tie knots at the end and then cut off the thread. If you want better prevention of the yarn from coming off, you can use tape at the end to secure it. Take 12 inches of green yarn, tie a knot at one end. We'll start to sew and secure the sepals to the petals. Start sewing from the inner side of the sepal, and sew back and forth along the double crochet stitches of the sepal. Hide the yarn tail into the inner side of the sepal. Cut off the yarn tail. Please refer to the instructions. In this flower bouquet, we crochet 4 roses, 1 in each color.